What's up, guys? So really excited about today's lesson because this is the best lesson. This is the best lesson that I teach my students because if you really understand the idea behind this lesson, then you will be able to really improve your score by 3 points or even more. Because a lot of students have the same problem when they start thinking about the reading section of the test. They think that they have to answer questions. Of course you have to answer questions, but really what you should be thinking is that you have to eliminate choices. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, my big head, but eliminate choices. Shocking! Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, so you want to eliminate choices. What do I mean? I mean that when you do the TOEFL reading section, is that each question comes with 4 choices, A, B, C, or D. Most of the time students are looking for the correct answer, which makes sense, obviously. But what you want to do is that you want to eliminate to get to the correct answer, okay? There's a couple reasons for that. And so let me start with percentages. If there are 4 choices, you have a 25% chance of getting it correct. Eliminate 1, and it moves up to 33%, 3 choices. And really what you want to get is to 2 choices where it's 50%. Obviously you want to get to 1 choice, but if you can decide, I don't know if it's B or D, then you've done your job. Okay, that's the most important point, is that you get to a point in the question where you're not sure if it's one or the other, okay? Of course, if you're sure about the answer and you want to just answer it, that's fine, no problem, of course. But if you're not sure, you definitely want to eliminate. Always eliminate, eliminate, eliminate. Because the test tries to trick you. They give you words that have similar meanings but aren't exactly the same, or they try to change the subject and object around. There's a lot of different ways that the TOEFL graders make questions a little bit tricky. Okay, I'm sorry, TOEFL creators make the test a little bit tricky. So you don't want to just answer a question without looking at the other choices first. Now, when I tell students some of these strategies, like for example, try to get down to 2 choices, I almost always hear this response. I always guess wrong. So the idea is that if you go to B or D and you're not sure, is it B or is it D? My students always say, well, I always choose B and it's D. I always choose the wrong one when it's 50-50. Now, first of all, my first response is, no, you don't. You don't get it wrong all the time. You just think you do because you notice when you get it wrong. Most of the time you probably get it right. I would say probably more than 50%. I'm assuming actually more than 80% of the time you get it right when there's only 2 choices. And you choose one. The other 20%, when you get it wrong, you notice that. You notice it because you get it wrong. So I don't think that's true. But if that is true, if you get down to 2 choices and you always choose the wrong answer, let me give you a tip. Choose the one you think is wrong. So if you keep getting it down to 2 choices and you keep choosing one you think is correct and it's wrong more than 70% of the time, then maybe you should try start choosing what you think is wrong. It's a pretty simple answer. But to be honest, I don't think you're choosing it wrong all the time. Okay. So that's the first thing you want to do, is you want to eliminate to try to improve your score. Now the reason why you want to eliminate is because you want to be able to look at all the choices. Because when you only answer without reviewing the other choices, a lot of times you will be wrong. And you'll be wrong because there really aren't any easy questions on the TOEFL. A lot of them are a little tricky. And I wrote down an example so you can see. And let me show you the question first. So the question is, the word merge is closest in meaning to. So this is a vocabulary question. So in this question, the word merge is closest in meaning to. You have 4 choices: expand, separate, straighten out, combine. Now maybe you know the answer. I don't know. That's okay. Let's pretend you don't know the answer. You don't know what merge means. You pretty much know what these words mean, but you don't know merge. Okay? Now, you look at the passage. Here's an excerpt from a passage from ETS, the company who makes the TOEFL. I will put a link in the description to this passage. You can download it for free. Okay, so running water on Mars. This is about, is there running water on Mars or not? And this is the sentence with the word merge. These flow systems are extensive systems. This is talking about water systems. of twisting channels that seem to merge, there's the word merge, into larger, wider channels. Now, a lot of students, not a lot, but I guess some students, they see this question, they see the sentence, they see the word there merge, and then they look around and they see the words larger and wider. See the words larger and wider, then they think, oh, it must mean something like expand. Because larger and wider, you're expanding. Lots of people put that. You want to be able to explain your answer. Explain why that's correct. I see larger and wider and I see expand, so I assume it's correct. Well, that doesn't tell you what merge means, right? The answer, by the way, before I start talking more, is combine, okay, to come together. Lots of people, when they take the exam and they answer questions, they tend to answer when they see a word that's the similar or the same. They see the word, oh, A is in the passage, all right, A, next. Don't do that. A lot of times they will put similar sounding words or almost the same type of sentence in the passage, but just change one tiny thing that makes it wrong. So you need to be careful when you answer questions during the reading. And that's how you improve by 3 points, is that you eliminate choices. You need to be able to explain why you are choosing what you choose and why you eliminate what you eliminate. This, I didn't have a chance to put it here because I ran out of space, but you should be saying this sentence over and over again while you study. B is not correct because. C is not correct because. You should be saying that in your mind constantly, okay? Because that way you are, not only are you eliminating choices, but you also understand why you're eliminating choices. Very important. Okay, that's all I wanted to say, and that's how you improve your TOEFL reading by 3 points. If you want to practice, we have a practice exam. It's a free, complete TOEFL exam at TOEFLspeakingteacher.com up here. There's also a quick guide, which is like a little 10-page PDF that tells you what to expect, what type of reading questions, listening, speaking, writing. It's a really informative little document, and we got other stuff too. There's a lot of stuff there. But thank you guys for listening. Thank you for staying to the end, and good luck studying. All right, take care. Bye-bye.